Hello! Do you want to meet someone who works here? She knows a lot about recycling. What's your name?
I'm Lauren.
It's nice to meet you, Lauren.
Nice to meet you too.
So, when the recycling truck goes to people's houses and picks up their recycling bin, they tip it into the truck, and then they drive to a recycling center. But what happens next?
After the truck drops off the recycling, it enters our facility on conveyor belts, and then we sort the different materials into different sections using machines and workers.
So I'm curious about glass. How does the machine pick out glass, and then what do you do with it?
The machine uses spinning metal discs, and as the glass hits those discs, it breaks and falls onto a separate conveyor belt only for glass.
What happens with the paper?
The paper also goes through the machines and has different discs that are moving and pop the paper upwards. Everything else passes through the discs and continues on.
Oh, interesting. What about metal? How does the machine work with that?
It's a giant magnet that pulls off the metal, and as it spins, it pulls the metal up and then throws it off in a different direction.
Wow. Oh, wow. And then what about plastic? How does the machine work with that?
Plastics are sorted off with a bright light that works with a computer system to scan it, and then it's pushed off using bursts of air.
So it goes up if it's something good that they want to keep, and go down if it's something bad that they don't want to keep?
Yes, the things that go down, it's just that not that specific plastic they're looking for. So it still gets sorted, but not through that machine.
Oh, very interesting. these four things, glass, paper, metal, and plastic, are all sorted into their different piles, what happens next?
Next, we have a baler. It's a machine that takes each material and compacts it down into a bale. The bales are each about 1 ton in weight, and then we ship those off on trucks to different companies around the Midwest where they're made into new items.
Oh, that's very cool. So what kind of things can be made from the recycled materials?
Lots of things. We can make t-shirts and carpeting from old plastic. We can make new metal cans, new pop cans, new boxes, your coloring books from old paper products.
Wow, that is so cool. Thank you for teaching us so much about recycling today.
You're welcome.